I'm Chris, and I'm going to show you today the final version of the Fridays journal, um, and also going quickly through the week review from last week. I didn't really have time to do it during the weekend, so to record this session. As you can see, process score was pretty low, was a red session, as I mentioned already. Well, with two accounts, right? And then one of the accounts was a break even, and the other account was in red, which is, of course, not great. I had a lot of bad decisions. I had bad decisions because, I mean, as you can see, these are the screenshots when I was trading. I was trading short above VWAP, also very close to the prior day volume point of control, which is also part of my rules. So I broke a couple of rules, which is, of course, not ideal. And the expectations were totally wrong. I mean, okay, the trade was to settlement, the short in this case, also value area low, but there were way too many lows here, also anchor VWAPs, etc. So yeah, it was not a good day. One of these trades, I think was this one actually, that, yeah, this one was the second account that got to break even, basically thanks to this trade. Here you have all the details. Okay, then I also, with the first account, the red one, I got to short the all-time highs the previous day, and then, yeah, didn't really work again. Expectations were wrong. I started adding to the position, and at the end, the risk was increasing, so I felt forced to move the stop loss, and then I got stopped out. So yeah, not ideal. And then eventually, actually, the market moved down, but yeah, I was not there. It's fine. I mean, I need to learn from this. I also want to talk about a couple of new things I added in the last days. And one of those is the mood summary. The mood you have here as soon as you type, right, the AI, right? I mean, the notes, when you are typing the notes, the AI is recording the mood and then giving you some tips. And this is the summary of that. Now I can show you exactly where the mood that either the AI checked or, which is new, released some minutes ago, manual checked, and I will show you how it works. This is the mood progression, which is also new. You saw it probably already on the trades. On every trade, you see the mood progressions. Now you see it for the whole session. Yeah, this is basically, you see a negative PNL, we write pretty low, average process score pretty low. Yeah, was a bad day. Another new thing is, which I think is pretty exciting, at least for an active trader as myself, is, as I show you already in the other videos, I fill up the first one, the first trade, and then I have at least 4 or 5 more trade to fill. And I realized, okay, it would be nice if I could actually replicate at least the process metrics to other trades, or the other way around. So if this an older trade, you will see the list of trades that are linked to the same journal entry. And then you can either copy from one of them, and that will replicate those values into this one, or you can select multiple ones to apply to from what you fill up here. And why is that? I mean, is as you know already, I scale into trades. So for me, many of these trades are linked in terms of what's the same window time, the same process mentality, the same approach, trade idea, etc. So in order to save time to fill them up, I can just do that. I know already, okay, all these are linked, so I can just fill up here first. I already did, of course, but then check them out, apply them, and then boom. goes there. Okay. I also add two things here in case you change during the after even filling up the hard rules and the values, you change them, you won't see actually new ones here, or you won't see new names or whatever you change there because this is a snapshot of that. Okay, but if you decide, you can clone the current versions and will override all of this. Okay, I think it's also handy. And okay, so that is the basic review. And then I just want to show you now the list of the trades. Again, the filters, you know, already. This is my default filters for the accounts I have from since July. And you can see here, yeah, not was a positive week. Okay, that is good. A lot of trades, which is not super far from my average, but process score was good, but Friday was a terrible day. And of course, as you can see, it's a kind of pattern, right? I mean, I have every week, as you know, Mondays I normally don't trade, um, normally because I'm busy with personal stuff, but if I could not remove those days, but if I could have a hard limit for myself to set, for example, 200, right? If 200 is the maximum, all these numbers could be way better, right? Just the half of this in average, right? So it's something I'm working on. It's not easy, as you see, as you know, and you see, and also that is also something that I'm thinking about how to implement in the platform, but the cocky days, I want to call them, or something like that. But you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, green, good process, is something to be aware of, right? I mean, you can get cocky, you can get into this, oh, okay, well, I'm reading the market perfectly well, I'm synchronized, whatever. And then suddenly you have a pullback. And then the important thing is, I don't know what is going to happen to them. Probably I'm not trading again. I don't know what's going to happen these days, right? But I need to be aware of these situations, right? I also have weeks where I have two big reds in a row, red days in a row, which is also very, very painful and damaged a lot of the accounts, right? Process score went down clearly. So yeah, I'm still positive, which is nice. But of course, this is a summary. Basically, this likely didn't really change. The lost outlier is still the same one. Didn't add to that, which is good. Just good. At least these I'm taking down, and yeah, I think all my trades are there. I want to show you a bit the edge finder, and still average hold time is similar to whatever I have, so it's my style, right? So nothing really brutally changed here based on the last week. So yeah, the mood correlation, as I said. Yeah, so of course now we have the difference between AI or manual mood correlation, and I want to show you actually before I forget the manual mood correlation in the journal entry. So for that, I will go to my previous entry, this one. I'm going to edit. Of course, I'm not going to really add anything, but just to show you how it looks. And it's like that. So basically, this is the notes, right? So you are typing in, and then you have this section, this widget or card below, and you can start clicking here, add a short description of you, unlock the mood, and you will see it appended down here. You can also collapse this if it's too long. But yeah, this I think is also a pretty important point. If you really are not typing in, expecting for the AI to recognize the mood, do it on your own. I think this is crucial. I mean, to have the process trader journal side by side of on your charts, on your trading execution platform, and just log what is happening in your mind. I think this is very important. As you know, it's like we do have these correlations here. Okay, how is your mood? How affects your performance? So first, you are aware of them, which is incredibly important, right? It's the first step to be aware of what you are feeling, what you are thinking, and then to be brave enough to log it, to describe in few words. Why do you think you feel that way? What happened that made you feel this way? And after that, you will see the statistics. How is this affecting your performance? I think it's really important to go to the edge finder and analyze all this data. So yeah, I want to leave it like that. I'm not sure if later I will record a video about the charts for today, as I'm not trading today, but I normally create a journal entry anyways on Mondays. But yeah, hopefully you like the new additions. So yeah, good luck. Be safe out there, the markets.